Alright, I'm back for some more summary of Wolfram von Eschenbach's Parzival. Today I'm going to do chapters, or rather book number 7 and 8 both, because these are going to focus on Sir Gowin. So the story is going to leave Parzival and it's going to shift to Gowin. Gowin comes upon an army on the march. He asks a squire whose army this is, and it's King Meljan's of Liz. He's on the move because Obi, which is the daughter of Prince Lypauts, Lyppauts, has refused marriage to King Meljan. So Meljan wants to marry this duke's daughter, and she has refused. So he's mad. The problem is that Lypauts is a subject of King Shout and Meljan's both. Gowin learns of this situation firsthand when he speaks to Prince Lypauts, whatever. Lypauts. I don't know if I'm saying these names right. I'm sorry. Obliat, which is Obi's younger sister, asks Gowin to be her knight, to be her champion. He agrees to this. Gowin completely goes like total beast mode on the two armies that have gathered together against Prince Lypauts. Meljan himself, he jousts with Gowin, and Gowin bests him in the tournament. Meljan has been wounded in combat, and he's proven his valor and courage in battle. So now Obi decides, okay, I'll marry you. All this trouble over this woman is not because she wasn't attracted or amorously affected towards Meljan. It's the fact that he was unproven as a warrior that all this trouble started. So she caused a war because this guy didn't have any, he didn't have a name for himself. So they get married. Obi and Meljan get married. Gowin rides away into the forest, leaving the weeping maiden Obliat behind, still chaste. So she wants him, but she's too young, and she's basically in love with Gowin. But he's, this is where the cowboy, or in this case, the knight, rides away. And that concludes Book 7. Now we're on to Book 8. We have here in Book 8, where it says here, of all who had gone to Beerschot, Gowin would have won the prize there. None but he of both sides, were it not that one knight appeared in the field in red armor, unrecognized, one whose fame was tied to the top of the flagstaff. So obviously this red knight we know is Parzival, and he was incognito during this tournament that we just talked about, and he was the best knight there. Gowin would have been the best knight, but Parzival was there incognito, and he was the best knight. So anyways, Gowin rides on till he finds a castle. Gowin then meets King Vergulat, Vergulaht. This is Parzival's cousin, and this man is the king of the kingdom of Ascalon, Ascalan. This king tells Gowin to lodge at his castle, and his sister Antigone, Antikone, the queen, she'll entertain him until the king arrives. There's instant attraction between the lady and Gowin. The queen, as soon as she sets eyes on him, she's all like, whoa! And he's basically the same. So things get pretty spicy. Gowin waits till all the servants and all the attendants are gone, and then it says, quote, he groped beneath her cloak. I believe he touched her hiplet. So wow. That's pretty racy for medieval literature. As soon as he does this, a white knight enters and accuses Gowin of murdering his lord. You know, you've murdered the king. And of, quote, raping his daughter here as well. I spelled that out because I don't know. The YouTube algorithm might not like that. So it's like, whoa! He's been accused of murder and of taking advantage of the queen. Gowin does not have his sword on him, so he has no choice but to flee with the queen into the tower. King Vergelant returns and arms himself for battle against Gowin. This is like a total breach of etiquette because he's left Gowin in the care of the queen. So chivalry, he's not supposed to take up arms against somebody that's under her protection, but he does. King Grimmersel shows up. Now, if you think back to Arthur's court, this was the guy that rode up and challenged Gowin and said, you've slain my lord, and 40 days from now, I'm going to meet you in single combat. Well, this guy shows up and sees that Gowin is under attack, and he's all like, oh, you know what? I'm going to ask Gowin to allow me to come to him, and I'm going to join him in defense against my cousin. So King Vergelant is angry because King Grimace, man, these names, right? King Grimmersel is helping Gowin. He's all like, why are you helping him, man? Like, what is up? You know, like, this guy is our enemy. But anyways, the king stops combat and calls a truce to consult on how to avenge his father's death. Turns out that Gowin's not the guy that killed the king at all. This is a total case of mistaken identity. It was actually a traveling companion of Gowin that killed the king, whose name was Ehkunat. Ehkunat. He was a traveling companion. Now, I don't think anybody knows this because it's never discussed. Instead, this duke named Lydomir challenges Gowin, and the king's like, you know what? Just everybody drop it. I'm going to go to council and figure out what I need to do. So this council here, it's on page 179 of this particular edition. Again, I'll show you the Oxford University Press edition that I'm using here. There's the ISBN if you want this. So on page 179, the king says that whilst he was riding in the woods, so back at the beginning of this particular book, book 8, when he originally met Gowin and sent him to the castle, he came upon a knight, and he was defeated in single combat, and the knight forced a vow on him. The king was told that he has to obtain the Grail within a year and take it to Rapier and offer to her his surrender. Now, if you think back to these names, man. Rapier was the woman who Parzival helped at the very beginning, well, whatever book it was, a couple books back, several books back now, who was under attack by King Clemede and Seneschal. And Parzival defeated them, okay? This is the same Rapier. So obviously, the knight that defeated King Vergolant and made him swear the oath was Parzival. It was Parzival. So again, Parzival is wandering around like incognito, right? I mean, he's wearing his red armor, but like he's not going by his name. So he's just the Red Knight. So anyways, the council decides that the thing that they should do here is to say King Vergolant should be free of this vow, and in his stead, Gowin will have to fulfill the task. So Gowin vows he'll go and win the Grail. Everyone here is reconciled, so everybody's happy. All the family is, chill. Gowin's cool with everybody now. And Gowin asks of the queen here. He says, my lady, grant me leave. And she says, your leave is granted. And she's all sad, because she's like really attracted to Gowin. He's like really attracted to her. But he goes off, and it says here, his oath commanded him to pursue the Grail. He rode all alone towards wondrous peril. So that concludes this book. Next time we'll go on to book 9. It's left Parzival and is shifted to Gowin, and it's kind of going to alternate back and forth between these two from here on out. I don't find the Gowin material as interesting. That's why I grouped these two books together, and I didn't go into as much detail as I would have if it was Parzival. But next time I will resume with book number 9. All right. To whoever's watching this, to the 2 people that are watching this, thanks for watching. God bless. Have a wonderful day.